I walked out. I walked out. I finished watching. I walked out my own house in disgust.
Abandoned your family and everything.
At 4 o'clock in the morning on New Year's Day.
Okay, good evening and Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to Ocast, your island gateway to all things geek. And we've got a pretty stacked roster of folks here to, well, everyone's got opinions on what we're about to talk about, Stranger Things Season 5. So I'll quickly go round my team. I'll go in order of the veterans first. So Kieran, what's happening with you?
Oh, it's New Year? Jeez. I hadn't noticed. Yeah, not much. I had a fun game of D&D today and just looking forward to sharing our opinions about Stranger Things Season 5.
Oh, yes, there's opinions. There's much opinions tonight. Graham, what's up?
Not a lot. New year, new podcast, new things to talk about, and probably new complaints.
And Heather, what's happening with you, Heather, apart from looking extremely cold there?
Just spent all day counting stock and putting Christmas decorations away. So glad to be doing something that's not numbers.
Oh, it's getting the opinions sharpened and ready to go. That's what we do. And first time, Emily, what's happening with you?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having me. Top league mode, and it's exciting to be here. Yeah, so I'm Michelle in Canada. I'm in Alapanuk. I'm here in Nova Scotia, Canada, joining and excited to talk about Stranger Things Season 5 and all the ways it's traumatized us.
And again, a familiar face if you've been to Ocon, and we finally I think it's been a year I've been chasing you, Rick, and we finally got you on. How are you doing, Rick?
All right.
You graced us with your presence.
I'm good. I mean, I'm surprised you managed to get me, so well done on you.
Yes.
But I'm good. New Year has happened. But I thought we were talking about the Game of Thrones last season. I didn't realize we're talking about Stranger Things.
Well, it's not something the internet is upset about. Same thing. You can just take the same complaints and just switch the words around here a little bit, and you got it.
Brilliant.
And also, like, you're in competition with who is it, Des or Rick is the more Ocast person? Because I counted it. Rick's done 2 Ocon postings. Des has done 1. Des has done 3 Ocasts, and Rick's going to. So there's a battle going on there. We'll see who wins this over the year. It's be a bloody battle, I'm sure, to be seen.
Next Ocast, you'll see him. He's got like a bloody nose. And he's just like
yourself and Des just.
Why do you keep looking off screen, Des? No reason.
So, as we said, we're here to talk about Stranger Things Season 5. So I'll just quickly go around everyone. And I think it's going to be the same order if my memory's not so terrible. So it's just a quick question. Did it stick the landing? Kieran?
Ooh, 50-50.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say it went for the landing, skidded, and then fell over.
So a bit like a Loganair flight, really.
Yeah.
So, Graham, did it stick the landing for you?
It did not stick the landing for me.
Heather, did it stick the landing for you?
It did 2 days ago. And I am there like sitting, thinking on it, going, this could have been better, that could have been better. It did try.
Yeah. Emily, did it stick the landing for you?
I'm going to agree with Kieran. It's like that Delta flight at Toronto airport last year. Yeah, hit the runway, skidded, flipped. But everybody got out safely, so we'll call it a win.
So, Rick, did it stick the landing, and what flight are you comparing it to?
Well, I'm going to take issue with you comparing it to Loganair. At least on Loganair, I got like a caramel. Like I got like some snacks, you know. I was quite happy on that flight.
You did get a ton.
But like Loganair, Stranger Things costs multiple amounts of money per minute. It's actually in operation.
I walked out. I walked out. I finished watching. I walked out my own house in disgust.
4 o'clock in the morning on New Year's Day.
Went into the front. Give me my money back for that. No, wait. I finished watching it with the same feeling that I had after watching Rise of Skywalker. That's what I'm going to say.
Whoa! Dun dun dun.
That's a good one. I'd probably prefer Stranger Things finale compared to Rise of Skywalker.
Oh no, 100%. But like,
Better
I
soundtrack
felt
anyway.
like when I walked out of Rise of Skywalker, I was like initially going, that was brilliant fun. Like I enjoyed, there was so many good bits. And then I realized it was good bits, but like literally held together with like used sellotape. Like it was just the stuff connecting it just didn't make any sense. And there was like the very little story and it was really badly done.
Fan service.
Yeah, a lot of fan service. And well, actually, you say fan service. I still think like they fell short of fan service as well in some things. So
I mean, they
Yeah.
had Wedge Antilles as a gunner and not a pilot.
Yeah. I mean, that's just wrong.
So with that, we'll go to Rick first. So what did you like about it then? We'll start off there. Try and start the new year off on a positive vibe as hard as we can.
I like that we're not going to have to put up with Eddie Munson fans for a much longer. No, I'm.
Look at her. You just. Heather's going to go home.
No. I love Eddie Munson. No, I listen. There was, as I said, it was full of set pieces that I thought were like visually amazing and like really got me. Like the final fight between sort of Vecna, but more so the guys getting together and fighting the Mind Flayer was a phenomenal sequence. I really liked that. Max's character, I kind of liked her arc a little bit, even though there was gaping holes in sort of what was going on there. I kind of liked that. There was Holly, I thought was brilliant. She was fantastic. Her character arc in this season was really good. So there was stuff to like. I'm glad that I don't have to watch it again. That's the one thing that I like.
So anyone else want to chip in with good bits?
Okay. Well, yeah. Holly, she was a fantastic addition. She's introduced originally as just Mike and Nancy's little sister, and then she just comes out her own in the final season. Almost manages to break out, and ironically enough, if Vecna hadn't pulled her back in, she would have spluttered all over the ground.
Yep.
So we have to thank Vecna for that, unfortunately.
Are you just about to go, is Vecna misunderstood, Kieran? Is this where you're heading now?
Did you miss that one scene?
Yes.
I mean, I appreciate that they put like a little tragic backstory to him, because one thing about that you need to do with villains, especially really good villains, is give them a backstory or at least a goal or reason why they do the things they do or why they are the way they are. And sometimes it's nice to have a nice, good old Saturday day cartoon villain. Vecna's not one of those. It's nice kind of seeing how he got his powers, I guess, and seeing that there's one memory that he desperately avoided until he was pushed far enough to go through with it and experience those memories again. But I would prefer the idea that Vecna was still the number one bad guy. The battle with the Mind Flayer at the end was pretty cool. Don't get me wrong. And Nancy went full Rambo mixed in with Ripley from Alien.
Ripley.
Mixed in with tribute to Linda Hamilton, but Sarah Connor too, which was a nice touch.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just all these awesome female leads just bonded up into just this awesome young lassie. Fucking awesome. But the Mind Flayer as the main big bad behind the scenes is a bit anticlimactic. If they just stuck with Vecna, that probably would have been good. You don't need to have, but he was being manipulated by, the Mind Flayer, who's being manipulated by Jasmine from down the road.
So I thought for positives, I'm going to go zoom in on fine details that, well, Holly, of course, yes. Holly was fantastic. And Derek, we actually loved because that in your school.
Yes.
And for me, the Derek guy was the guy who sat behind me in band and played trumpet and would empty a spit valve on my head. So I was just totally like, yes, I know that guy. And then, but apart from that, like smaller details that were positive, big positives for me. The mom rage. As a mom who feels the rage, I love the mom rage. Joyce, as always. And then, of course, Joyce's final which my kid had said, why don't they, she was getting frustrated with, why don't they just chop off his head? You've got to actually chop off his head, cut off his head to make him really finally fully truly die. And then lo and behold, Joyce with the axe going on her back does the job.
Yeah.
So that was
It's like so many shows have not learned
exactly,
from Shaun of the Dead.
Right? So they
double
did that,
tap.
and the mom rage and Karen Wheeler's mom rage as well was magnificent. I mean, never
Karen
mind
Wheeler's rage
that
was-
the shock wave from that oxygen tank would have toasted all their internal organs. Never mind that, but no, that was fantastic. So I loved the mom rage. That was very, very satisfying. The other thing that was very satisfying for me as a Gen Xer was the music, which continued to be fantastic as well. When they played Cowboy Junkies, Sweet Jane there, and it was like, oh, I haven't heard that song since the early 90s. Oh my God. And that, of course, David Bowie's Heroes and all the other everything else. Like, they were all just perfectly placed, perfectly used. And then going right along with that, there was a lot of product placement in this one, and it was kind of intrusive, but overall they still really nailed all of everything, the set dressing, the furniture, the clothing, the food, all of it, the products, everything you saw in the background, all of it. Like, as somebody who is basically the same age as the kid protagonists, they just nailed it. Like, perfectly. I grew up in the Midwest in Illinois, which is next to Indiana, where it's set. And oh my God, they just and they changed each year. It developed, and so I know, okay, we're talking about S5 today, but like S1, 2, 3, 4, the stuff. It was like the products that people were using, but they also had it like, yes, this was the furniture left over from the 70s that everybody's houses was still furnished with, because you didn't refurnish your house every 5 years, and the brown. And all the brown wood paneling and everything. So that was all just absolutely perfect. And it was so emotional for me to see it all, because it reminded me of, my house and my friends' houses and the clothes we wore. Like, even going back to season 1, the dress that Elle wore, that they dug out, like Nancy's old little kid dress for her to wear. I had that dress not in pale pink, but in red. It was a real dress. I had that dress at the time that Nancy would have worn it as a little girl. And then they were like digging it out as hand-me-down clothes to give to Al in 1983, I think. And it was like, oh, that was brilliant. They just kept that up. Now, I didn't love the product placement as much, but we can talk about that later. Anyway, yeah. So those are some of the positives, I think, for me.
Okay, who's up next? Heather, we'll go with you. You've not spoken in a while.
Top of my list is Karen effing Wheeler.
Yes.
Right?
It was just like, when she grabbed, she was like, what are you on about? What are you on about? Saw the Demogorgon come through the bathroom, and she was like, oh, hell no. And just grabbed Holly. And then that scene with the oxygen tank. Okay, yeah, she probably couldn't, pulled herself out of bed, blah, blah. It's a sci-fi show, who kind of cares? But that scene where you see the oxygen tank and you're like, go on. And that, I was like, yeah. I also really appreciated Elle's first outfit, when it's Goonies. Did anybody else pick up on that? Yeah. I really appreciated that. Like, Goonie holds a lot of memories for me. My mum kind of showed it to me when I was really little, and it became like my favorite childhood film. And
I saw it in the cinema.
That, I know. I'm a baby. Mum, so Mum showed me that when I was a kid, and then that kind of really stood out for me. And Nancy going full Rambo as well, and her outfit kind of reflecting that as well. I really appreciated the costumes and stuff. Yeah.
All right. Go to you, Graham. What did you like? Because you were a very emphatic no about this, but there's got to be some good in it for you.
But yeah, there is lots of good in it. Don't get me wrong. I don't think there's anything that hasn't been covered already. My main one was going to be all the needle drops. They are fantastic. One of the things that show does so well is matching a song to what's happening on screen. There was maybe a wee bit being hypercritical of the music, that they were maybe looking to push
I forgot
Tiffany
about that one.
as this year's Kate Bush slightly, but it's an awesome song. It's just so much fun anyway, and in a way that almost links back to the last season with them all anyway, because for those of you who are but babies, the whole video was that she sang in them all. But the music drops, like you said, Emily, about the costumes and the colouring. I don't know where this notion that these was all neon came from.
It was so
Because it wasn't
100% agree.
freaking brown.
It was brown, and if it wasn't brown, it was grey.
So much.
Everything had wood paneling.
TV
our
had wood
dishwasher,
paneling.
everything.
Oh my god.
Everything has
Oh,
wood
wood
paneling. Yeah.
paneling.
Yeah. There is a picture from my
Cars.
childhood of my dad putting up wood paneling.
Avocado coloured bathrooms sort of thing. Not neon, but yeah, I think they got the look right, they got the sounds right, and I'm going to praise something just now that I will criticise later. But the callbacks to other things,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
it's something they've always done it well.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
gonna-
actually,
So
sorry.
carry on, Heather.
I had that on my list when Dustin with his graduation, when you see what Eddie says about graduation, he goes,
It's
I'm going to
Yeah.
walk that stage next month. I'm going to look Principal Higgins dead in the eye. I'm going to flip him the bird. I'm going to snatch a diploma. I'm going to run like hell. And that's exactly what Dustin did. And I loved it.
And then one up on that as well, where the girl turns around and says, what you did was
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah.
Come and join the party. Which is again
Yeah.
calling back to when he was like, come dance with
Yeah.
me. Yeah,
In the
that was like,
end of
love
first
that.
season, yeah.
No, I'm going to go with Dustin here and his trauma from Eddie's death.
Mhm.
That, I think he's one of the few characters who actually had a proper bit of an arc through this.
Yeah,
And how he was, something we can all relate to when we have a trauma or a loss, and we try to do that with protecting ourselves by pushing. And what he was doing with Steve was pushing away the one person who was really looking out for him. And that moment where he finally confesses to Steve what's going on, and it wasn't enough of that stuff, which we'll come to in another scene. There should have been a personal moment, but everybody gathered for some reason. I think we know the one.
Yeah.
And something related to the show, Elon Musk got upset over an episode, which made me love it even more,
Good.
even though,
Okay,
I didn't see that.
I
yes,
take it back.
I have to visit America soon, so I'm not going to say anything bad here.
Can we just do that Simpsons thing where we just dub over anything you say, Rick?
Yeah.
yes,
That's your flag. the
Donald
algorithm
Trump is
now.
great.
Oh,
No,
dear.
wait.
Out of context.
yeah.
That's the short for this episode, Cal.
No. Wait, no. It'll help. Yes.
That orange
We've
tint
all-
is not a tan.
Yeah.
Well, we can only go up. We already enraged Tom Cruise fans with one of our clips, so the only way is to go to the president next. So,
Amazing.
yeah, I don't know if you've seen that clip on Instagram, Rick.
No.
We had Jeff
It's
Hewitt,
hilarious.
the Buffy stunt coordinator, was
Oh,
on,
amazing. Yep.
and he called out Tom Cruise for claiming he does his own stunts, and he just says, "Don't do that." And that reel exploded the next day. Literally, so many Tom Cruise fans go, "No, he does his own stuff. He does. Tom Cruise said he did it. So why would Tom Cruise lie about anything ever?"
Is that what your subscription to Scientology buys?
Yes.
He's a Scientologist. He speaks the truth, clearly.
So I'll probably next thing, any episode it's always difficult for me to pick out Stranger Things episodes because it's like such a long continue. Was there a single episode that stood out, or
I think the first one was pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Like that whole setup, like, hey, look, does Will have powers? Oh, look, he can do this, this, and that.
Yeah.
And at that moment, I went, Callum, Will's got powers, slapping him next to me. And he's like, shut up. Like, leave me alone. Why are you hitting me? And
Do you know
Man's trying to have a snooze on the sofa.
this just
Yeah, I think
means we want to see Heather
That
and
would be
Callum
good.
reaction videos now after hearing this. Yes,
and I think it was Will's really important bit where Will develops that friendship with Robin.
Mm-hmm.
yes,
That's so integral to the scene that we like, but we don't like
yes.
at the same time. Yeah.
Shall we just talk about that scene then? I think we all know Will's coming out scene, which I understand why it's there and I like it, but
How
its
so?
execution and setup
Okay.
leaves a lot to be desired. I think.
I think my
See, for me, it's just, why is everybody there?
Why is Murray there?
Like, yeah, why is Callie must be going, who are all these people? Who's this person? Like, what's, like, for me, that should have been like, see, Dustin and Steve, when they had, it should have been like, maybe Will, Mike, Jonathan, and his mum. And it would
Joyce.
have been, yeah, like I said, it would have had so much more impact. It's just everybody in the room. It's just, yeah.
I think
I just that.
it does kind of address it, where
Yeah.
it's Vecna's using it against him, and because he's so just like, oh, nobody's going to accept me, and that's his whole group, is everybody there, his family, and I think that's why they do it. I just feel like me too. I'm like, why?
I think my issue of it is not to do with like what it was. I mean, like, at the end of the day, I think it was a good thing to have in there, and I think it was important, and I think it needed to be done.
And it was set up as well, despite what the internet believes.
Mm-hmm.
But my issues to do with like the whole thing in this season, and like a big part of my issue with this whole season is like everything's like, we have to do this thing really quickly, but we're gonna spend 10 minutes talking about our feelings.
Yes,
and then like Max is another.
We're gonna bring this up.
There's the exit. There's the exit. We have to get to the exit really quickly. You see the exit over there? We have to get to it really quickly.
Like,
this is how you get to the exit. This is how you exit.
But it's really quick.
All of us are just screaming at the TV.
But it's like, and
same here. Myself and the wife were just like, come on. Go.
So it's like, this whole season was like supposed to be like, there was supposed to be this sort of like danger, and everything's supposed to happen really, really quickly. And it just felt that, like, for me, that moment wasn't bad per se in terms of like what it was doing. It was bad in terms of pacing. It killed the pacing at that moment in time.
Yeah.
And it just killed that episode for me.
Like I said,
in terms, just because like suddenly I was like, okay, yeah, exactly. And I felt this is one of my biggest issues with this season, is that somehow not only is it badly written, it's overwritten. Like, they had to over-explain and over-emphasize everything.
I think that's what happens when it takes, like, so 3 years it took to make this season or something.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Like it was our first Ocon that it came out.
Was it?
That's how long ago it was. Yeah,
it was meant to be 2024. It was meant to come out, or was that season 4 I'm thinking of?
So I think that scene itself was just short of a full 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Which in terms of the screen time is ridiculous. I would happily put forward the argument that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia did a similar thing in half the time to a much better effect with deeply unlikable characters.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked it, but
Emily,
I
you said you liked the scene.
Things I can't say about why
so you
I
don't
liked
have
it,
a problem with it.
I did like it. But yeah, no, when you talk about it in the I tend to not kind of notice pacing and things that much. I'd sort of let things wash over me. I'm maybe not as critical of a viewer sometimes, I think. So I just, the only thing that took me out of it and kind of spoiled it a little bit was, I will agree with what other folks have said, like Murray was just standing there like a big lump and like had nothing to do in that scene, like literally nothing to do. They didn't give him anything to do. And then Joyce was kind of a lump as well, I think, wasn't she? No, it wasn't her. No, yeah, it was, because Jonathan was the only one who physically reacted, right? And then Joyce was kind of a lump, but a lot of them were just lumps.
Joyce
they were
was
sort of inert, like third wheel, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th wheel. So yeah, I suppose that did take me out of it a little bit. Yeah. Waiting for a cue card. Yeah, unfortunately.
Well,
so yeah, maybe
waiting for a cue card
a little bit. But on the whole, I liked it, and I was really glad it was there. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. On the whole, I'm good. There were other worse things, way worse things that to complain about. So, that really was the thing.
Max, run for the exit! God damn it!
Just have to explain it.
Because I emotionally needed Max to make it. I really, really needed that for my soul. And if we weren't going to have that, I was going to be extremely upset and possibly turn off the TV and boycott the rest of the episodes. I really was highly invested in Max making it because I was so angry about what they did to her in
You were
season
going to
4
knock out the house.
with the torture. It was torture. No, I didn't. I needed there to be a positive resolution to that. Just emotionally
yeah,
needed
yeah.
that
horrible.
right
Mhm,
now in
mhm.
my life. So anyway,
Yeah.
It felt like you were trying to like you've got a train that you need to catch within the next half hour or less. It's like we need to get there, we need to get this, we need to get that, we need to go. You start going,
I
and then you
missed your
spot
flight
a
or
pub
missed
and
your train.
halfway
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
spend the rest of the day in there.
Man, you.
I'm failing to see the problem here.
Yep. And yeah, man, you. There's an alternative. That it's the length of time Max took. It was like going to the toilet in a Weatherspoons, really, isn't it?
By the time you climb all the way down the stairs,
I
Down the
was
mine.
down by and they're all like that. Oh, okay. Oh, gee.
No.
No, it's every
no, it's
Weatherspoon.
everywhere.
Every
by
design.
Weatherspoons. Yep.
So if you need to go in a Weatherspoons, you better time it so well, or
Mhm.
else you're in big trouble.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
that would
I
be
try
an
not to go to
ideal
them, but
if you're going to create an upside down hell dimension of Weatherspoons. That would have been a great setting for Stranger Things.
Nothing else. Nothing else. Just Weatherspoons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, and what better villain instead of Vecna than that guy that owns
No, thank
Weatherspoons?
you.
I can't
Yeah,
remember his
Tim
name.
Martin.
Right.
Yeah, it was when
How
she was
many
there. and
swears
she
are we
was-
allowed?
Fuck knows.
All right. Oh, yeah. Right, Heather, get us back onto talking about Stranger Things, like the thing we're here for.
Yes.
And then you're like, why are you walking?
Walking
What
means
happened
slumping.
last time? What happened
Mhm.
the last time? Why aren't you running immediately? Like, haven't
I
you
literally
Mhm,
watched
mhm.
that. I
You've been stuck
rewatched that
for
scene.
2 years
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're
I
walking?
literally rewatched that.
And
scene.
not
That's
only
what
that,
we're
they're playing
rewatching season
running
4 right now.
running up a
And
hill
She
as well.
She ran like hell, and I was just like, "Why are we not running like hell?" Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was epic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe she's going to the logic of like, oh, well, I tried that before, so this time what I'll do is I'll like do forward rolls, or like
Yes.
this time I'm going to walk back. I'll moonwalk backwards into the
Hmm.
exit.
And I'll
That-
I'll dab and all that.
Was
along
this?
the way.
Would we?
Vecna's just going, what is going on? I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
Yes.
Have a gentle saunter.
Was she trying for
Or
the
could
$6
it be
million
that she
man
was
thing?
reluctant, and we
where
didn't?
if you do it in
did
slow
we not
motion,
pick
you're
up
actually
on it,
doing
that
it
she
really,
was,
really
like,
fast.
Somehow
Yeah.
scared to go back. No, it was just. I don't know.
I think in one of those
No,
is
her
reluctant, but
body fully functioned in
I
the
think she's just
upside
learning
down.
to
Her
walk.
body functioned. So yeah. Oh, and in his mind,
You know,
rather,
if
not
she's
in the
been
upside down.
paralysed
In
for
his
3
Vecna's
years.
mind, her body functioned.
Yeah. I mean, you could make an argument that she was probably like because of what had happened in the previous season, she was like reluctant to get out there and stuff like that. But that never came across, and like that never came across in the writing or the acting or anything. It was never set up that way. In fact, she seemed pretty confident in there, like staying safe and what she's doing. Which also brings me to like a big flaw with that. Like the whole Henry is. He's Vecna has this memory that he doesn't want to confront, and we go through the motions of this is memory of how he became a Vecna and all, and he got infected by the Mind Flayer, to try and give him that sympathetic bad guy vibe that's everyone's doing these days. For Will to then try and go like, oh, you could be good, you could be this person, you could come back, and then suddenly he turns around and said, oh no, I embraced it, I fully went with it. No, I am bad.
Committing to
Which,
badness.
on one hand, I was like, yes, I like that. Yes, be
You're
the
just
bad guy.
and that's
Just be a bad guy. That's all we need.
Yes.
On the other hand, it was like, then it made, for me, like, it destroyed the whole he was
the
unwilling to
build-up.
confront that memory.
Yeah.
Because it's like, sorry, but that's your origin story. You should be proud of that. If you're a bad guy, if you're truly embraced the Mind Flayer and all of that, you wouldn't be afraid of that memory. You would be like, this is how it began.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
This
I
is,
mean, in
welcome
that
that.
moment, there was a part. I mean, I obviously, like you said, Rick, him being a bad guy and just going, no, I'm embracing this motherfucker. Come on, yeah, that was cool. We need that bad guy. But there was this small part of me that kind of wanted him to turn on the Mind Flayer.
yeah.
Or
It
at
wouldn't
least
have
if they
been-
showed him wavering a
it
little
wouldn't,
longer,
wouldn't. He
maybe.
killed a lot of
I don't
people.
know. They could have taken
But you
1 minute away
know.
from another
I think
scene. They could have
if
taken
they'd done
1 minute away
that-
from Max slow walking it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. No, we wouldn't have
They
missed it.
could have taken 30 seconds from
missed it.
Max, 30 seconds from Will, and we'd all
Yeah,
have been happier with all of it.
But that's the thing, is like, if it would have made more impact for, like, so if he had wavered and maybe had that moment of doubt, then the fact that he was unwilling to go into that cave for his memory would have had more effect.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the fact that they went, no, he had embraced it. He was evil. He did it. It just lessened the impact of it made me question, why wasn't he going to that cave? Why was that set up? Because, as I said, like, if that was my origin story, I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm telling everybody that I murdered some dude
Was
in a
anybody else
cave and
screaming?
to become
Speaking
this,
of the
this,
cave and that whole
you know,
setup, was
thing.
anybody else
Symbiote.
screaming at the TV
Yeah.
about the
Yeah.
briefcase?
So I
And
don't
what
know.
the hell is in the briefcase? Like, for hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that explained in the musical?
it is.
Yes,
so which is
yeah,
another
it's from the
issue that
stage
I've got.
show. Yeah, because if we had seen the
Another
stage
one.
show before this, it would have made so much more sense.
Yeah. It's
Anyway.
starting to be like the
Right.
the MCU now,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's like, if
Yeah.
you want to know why this makes sense, you have
Yeah,
to have
nobody
watched
got time for that.
everything that
But not
exists
only that,
Oh my.
and have read every comic that exists.
But you
And-
only that-
Ever.
Wait, so
Yeah.
wait. There
you
was
want
a
to watch a
Stranger Things
musical that's
or
only
are you
been in
joking?
2 cities on
I
the
don't
earth
know.
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
You need exclusive accounts.
What?
It's
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it genuinely
It
was.
is.
Yeah.
What?
And it explains that whole
Oh,
guy in the
yeah,
cave
it's all to do with
briefcase thing.
Henry
Yeah.
and his
Yeah.
childhood.
Actually,
Yeah.
How
and
he
that
became
brings me to
one,
another
and
complaint.
yeah.
I
And
don't know if
again,
we're doing complaints
bad
now, Callum.
writing.
with that.
See, now
Mhm.
I'm even more annoyed.
Okay, now we're right into it. Okay, another thing. No,
We are now.
That's all
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
left.
We've
Control
had-
Emily.
we've
I know.
taken this
Okay,
over.
I'm usually just a
Emily,
nerd sitting in
I'm
my
gonna break
house.
some news to you.
So
We're
the-
nerds on the internet, so
No,
that's our
I'm
thing.
an internet nerd. Here we are. I'm not just a Gaelic nerd. I'm a nerd.
you're now
So,
an internet
so
nerd.
the
You've
thing, when I
crossed
think
over and there's no going
about,
back.
like,
Well, that's
part of our
every
confusion for the
nerd.
first part of season
Yes.
5 was
No, you're-
aliens, or is it Vecna, or is it L, or what combination and proportion of all three is it?
Mhm.
And I felt like we were flip flopping in each season. Well, okay, so season 1 it was the mind flayer.
Yeah.
We thought aliens, and then season 2 menopause memory. No idea about season 2. I'll have to go back and watch it again. Season 3, okay, it's definitely aliens and mind flayer. No, season 3 was Vecna. Right? No, season 4 was Vecna. Right. So season 4 it's Vecna and it's not aliens again. I mean, I have a PhD and I'm still highly confused. So
Season 3 was
anyway, yeah, season 4 was Vecna, and then it was like, okay, so is it Vecna? Is it not aliens? And then they were saying, well, Elle created this. Well, no, she didn't create it. She just opened the gate to it. Okay, but then did she create it? Did she, And so then, yeah. So obviously we kind of know the answer by the end of season 5, or do we? I don't know. Do we? I think we do. I guess we do. Yeah.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
Suddenly-
wormhole involved.
Is it
Yeah,
outer space?
now it's a
Is it
bridge to
not?
get another
Is it this
dimension, and it's
universe?
like, wait,
Is it a
isn't that
parallel
another dimension?
universe?
It was just so
I
overwritten.
couldn't make sense.
Overwritten.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
no, but that's the thing. When they unveiled this, that it's a bridge, that should have been at the very start of the season. Give that
Mhm.
idea time to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But
Does
the
that
very
not reflect season 1 though, when they're talking to their teacher?
They just know it's the
Sort
upside
of.
down.
She just knows the upside
Yeah.
down, yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
known as the upside down.
It
It's
was a
just
thing
two
in and of
worlds.
itself.
It wasn't
Yeah.
introduced as
Yeah.
a travel
Yeah.
system or a
Yeah,
tunnel,
I felt like they
or
kind of did
what the
change
technical
things up
what the
as they
technical
were
term
writing, and that
for a
made it
theoretical
fun,
wormhole
right?
is. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah,
The
I-
J.J. Abrams approach.
Yes.
yes. Mystery box. Well, thankfully they
How-
didn't go full Lost with the ending. We can be thankful
Yes.
for that. They didn't
Yeah.
go all the way like they
Yeah,
did with
same.
Lost. But
I've
saying
not
that,
seen Lost, so I'm fine.
you're fine. Yeah, you are very fine.
Mhm.
You've not keep it that way, Kieran.
Oh,
believe
yeah.
me.
Okay.
I think season is the best. I think Lost is the best one season show I've ever seen.
You've not gone farther, have you? Or are
no,
you
I-
just blocking
Duly
it?
noted.
What are you talking
I
about? There's
shall not.
nothing past season 1, which is perfect.
Exactly.
Yes. But but
In
I was
terms of
reading
missed
up,
opportunities.
sorry.
On you
Sorry,
go, Cal.
ahead.
No, you go.
No, it's
because-
just saying, when we were leading up to, I was reading, apparently this was meant to be an anthology series. That's what the Duffer Brothers
Uh-huh.
intended. and it was going to be different characters and it's relating to the Upside Down in different ways. But they never anticipated this to break out like it did. And they thought the strength was the story, but everyone latched onto the kids and they were saying, people just want, and I think Netflix said they want more of the kids, so you've got to have the kids in it. And they were like, oh, we've not planned for this. And it does show now. When you're watching it in retrospect, it does show.
Well, yeah, because there's things like set up like why does Al recognize Will, and that's never answered. It's never answered. Like, so it's things like that. They could have just left it if they'd moved on to another set of characters in subsequent seasons. Fine, cool. We didn't need that. That was just a little bit of a mystery, but it was set up in season 1 and then like never answered at all. Like, yeah.
And there's another thing from season 1. Sorry, I'm interrupting you again, Graham. But you mentioned season 1. Like, we find out later, Vecna's supposed to control all the Demogorgons. Why does the Demogorgon in season 1 just behave like a wild animal all the time? Why does it go and eat a deer? And apparently it can it's just, there's things that just compound as you go along.
I mean,
there's people sort of retroactively trying to say that, Vecna was planned all along. Vecna wasn't planned all along.
No, he wasn't.
Vecna was planned from season 4 onwards. It's just coincidence that there were clock chimes.
And now do you see why I'm comparing this season to Rise of Skywalker?
Yes.
Well,
we can go longer.
Well, so okay, JJ, we need to have a plan. What's that?
Somehow he survived. Which myself and Kieran were hoping for in this season. So everyone, go and watch myself and Kieran's season 1 to 4 retrospective.
It's just as long as the final episode of season 5.
And Max will have reached that portal by the time you finish.
That's because you didn't have the rest of us to rein you in.
Myself and Kieran spoke for 2.5 hours about it, but I've lost track of where I was going.
It's about
no,
Bob.
we were. Yes, because we were desperately hoping that just Bob would appear, and just said,
"Yes, was I?"
No.
So he goes, "Yes, I was torn apart by dogs, but somehow I survived." Somehow.
I wanted
leave it at that.
I wanted justice for Barb. That's what I wanted.
Well, yeah, yes. That was kind of left in the air. I mean, she got mentioned in season 2, where her parents, they're like, they've been told that she's either missing or she's moved away, but they firmly believe that that she's lost. They might hold hope that she's still alive, but they never get their closure.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of someone disappearing,
although
Ted Wheeler.
Karen,
what happened to him?
So
he vanishes and then he's there at the graduation again.
That was amazing.
He's not important enough. He's Ted
and then
Wheeler.
Ted was just
Yeah, they were. Really were.
It was very
she
bad.
deserved those.
She definitely went through mill. But then,
she didn't deserve it. But she does deserve the coolness of those
the whole
scars.
experience.
Just to clarify,
wasn't he sedated in a coma? He was sedated in a coma through the whole thing in an artificially induced coma.
But that fits in with his character.
Fine,
and suddenly he's fine,
and somehow he survived.
He's fine.
Which fits his character because he's oblivious to everything going on around him. So maybe it did work in a weird way.
Yeah.
Speaking of being oblivious to everything, how did nobody notice that giant gateway to the Upside Down?
Right, thank you so much. That annoyed me so much. Everyone thinks it's an earthquake.
The one at the end of season 4, where that just splits apart.
Yeah.
That's sinew. That's obviously roots.
Earthquake.
And
dust.
While we're on the subject, we've got it set up that the town has been occupied by the military for reasons, except that's just a fact. They never do anything with that. Episode 1 of season 5, they're worried about Robin, what she's saying on the air because she could get taken off. And she's, no, I'm just enforcing compliance. They do nothing with the story.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah.
They're just there.
To keep going in this bit,
I wanted her to have an actual demise at the end.
She was pointless.
What does she do?
Which was such a waste. Such a waste.
Yeah.
No, what an awful waste of an actor.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
but she was wasted.
I mean,
genuinely.
What was it? It's either in the 3rd or 4th episode when when Eleven and Hopper go into the Upside Down, and this is like during the same
I
episode where
thought
they
they
discover
did.
Karen.
I actually thought they did.
It looked like for a moment
Yeah.
that
Good point.
Dr. K and
Maybe
the
that was
lieutenant
when they
actually
were
just got
supposed to
taken
be.
out.
Maybe they
And
rewrote
I thought
it
that was them
after that
dead.
and added more stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought they did.
Yep.
And when you
Yeah.
see them on screen again, it's just like,
Yeah, actually.
mm,
Oh,
I
we
think
got,
they
we got,
went-
guys, we got Linda Hamilton. Rewrite that scene then.
Yeah, I think they went, oh, we
But
don't have
then they
Brennan,
needed
we
their
don't have
big-
Owens. Who's going to be the big bad
He's-
guy?
Like,
Yeah.
they
military
needed their big
baddies. There's
80s
no
Brennan,
bad
there's no
guy come up
Owens.
and,
I was like, is there a need for a military bad
you
guy?
know, demise, didn't they? Yeah,
Human
that's a
threat.
good point. We were denied that.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
With a pithy
Yeah.
one-liner.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
yeah.
I think the biggest problem, like, of all of it is just that, you know, you mentioned sort of season, you know, the first episode is like setting up, like, the military are there and everything like that. The biggest problem is that it was set 18 months after the end of season 4, which,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
literally, they'd set up, like, this could have been badass. It could have been a badass way
Yeah.
to begin the next season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, what they could have done is they could have done, like, the
Right.
first set of episodes could have been
Yeah.
dealing with the immediate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then suddenly, okay, then we jump 18 months for the
Mhm.
second part.
Mhm.
You know, they could have done that. Instead, they were like,
Yeah.
no. And in that 18 months, there's like a lot of like things that you go like, okay, so for example,
Yeah.
Nancy and Jonathan's relationship in season 4 was already on the rocks.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
they've kept
why-
going for a
Why,
year and a
why are
half.
they still together 18
Yeah.
months later
Yep.
to have this weird breakup scene again, which made like,
Mm-hmm.
if your writers had to come out and say, by the way, that definitely was a breakup, that's bad writing again.
Yeah.
Like, it was bad. Then you've got like, you know, Robin still not being on that date. And then we jumped ahead at the end as well, still not being on that date. And
Mhm.
apparently now they've broken up as well. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell's gone on here? And listen, Dustin was fantastic. And like his arc was great,
Mhm.
but it would have had more of an impact if it
It
had
was in
been
the
They showed you
in
it.
that thing. To be 18 months later, it's kind of like,
Well,
Okay, dude,
no,
it's
you
more
didn't
than
it's
get
been
us in the
18
80s,
months.
so
Yeah.
How have you
let's
not
say
dealt with
that.
this?
In
at this
fairness-
point, you should have
in
gone to get some
fairness
help.
to
I'm
the-
sure
to
someone would have.
the-
Like, we all
to
deal
the
with grief
era
differently. Don't get me
and
wrong.
The sort of
We-
help that was available.
I was about
Yeah,
to say,
sorry, sorry.
it's the
Had-
ages.
Yes.
Yeah,
Trauma from
Go drink-
somebody close to you dying.
yeah,
Don't ask.
Here,
how
kid,
I
have
know
some
this.
whiskey.
Please don't ask how I know this.
yeah.
But
Well, that
you
would
didn't
help.
get a lot of help back then.
Yeah, I mean to be fair, but I think it would have had much more of a yeah. It would have
Yeah.
had more of an effect if it was like straight away. Like
Yeah.
if it had been like,
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I just the 18-month jump, and again, this is to do with just the timing of the filming and the writing and
Mhm.
everything like the writer strikes and everything like that, which affected everything. But I think it just really, just again, just it's that whole pacing issue again. Like season 4 ended on such a high that
Mhm.
you
You're just
were just like it
progressively
was kind of like
ruining
a
the
shock
fun
to go into
of
season
the
5 so slow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you know what
Yeah,
it reminds me
yeah.
of, Rick? You'll
Oh, I
remember
didn't
this.
think
Is
about
it?
that.
Do you, yes.
I mean,
Rick.
it's not an actual. It's not. This isn't actually
Yeah.
a retrospective. It's like let's ruin this for Emily.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It's
So,
like, it's like
by the we all
1983.
discussed this beforehand, Emily.
Yes.
Yep.
Because, as you said, you're not.
But this is
We wanted to make you.
It's 1981.
We wanted to induct you properly to being a nerd on the internet.
I was
we've
the
got-
one with the trumpet valve.
Yeah.
See, you've got to
it's
become.
working, It's
We're,
working.
we're,
I thought I was only like that about Gaelic.
our goal is to make you bitter and cynical, a proper internet nerd.
But
I
no,
wish to
like-
see.
But this is the thing. Like as I said, like I do want to go back to say like I enjoyed
No, it
so
is
much,
fair enough.
so much of the
Everything
individual
you say is
scenes
fair
and
enough.
the
Yeah.
set pieces.
Mhm.
But
It's
it's
just
when
what-
it's when I started
yeah.
to pick it apart. I was just like,
Yeah.
it's just a
Yeah.
lot of it. Yeah, it was the narrative. Just was like there's a lot of things that I mean like Dustin, as I said, I didn't mention it. I wish I had now because he was fantastic. Like his arc was
Mhm.
fantastic, but it would have had more of an impact if it happened straight away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing. Oh, it
Yeah,
was
I was
just-
going to say, Rick, what it reminds me of, I think it's Deep Space Nine season 5, isn't it? When the Dominion take over the station.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you remember the last scene of that season?
Yep.
The Defiant flies, and you see the Federation fleet, and you're going, wow, I can't wait. And then it's just the next season,
Could you imagine? Could you imagine one of the greatest cliffhangers of all time was Star Trek: The Next Generation, end of season 3, best of both worlds.
Yes.
Yep.
Riker says, Riker is about to, he's on the bridge and, Picard is there and it's that moment and we had to wait, a year to find out what happened next.
Remember.
Could you imagine if the episode opened up a year later and they were all in space dock going, oh, Jesus, that was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah. we made it.
Riker's sitting there stroking his beard. That Picard fellow. Should we rescue him? I think we should.
Yes. We've had a long time to think about this. No, this
just made sense if the first half of the season
why
was
didn't they
dealing
have
with
you
the
on
human threat.
in the writer's room?
And then the second half of the
It
season
does
was
make you
dealing
think
with
maybe they were under
the
so much
supernatural threat.
secrecy that they
Yes.
couldn't have a normal amount of feedback from friends and colleagues.
I think.
Yeah.
Did you? I think Graham would just make them feel guilty.
Did you guys see the interview? I think it was with Millie and Finn.
And Millie went to the Duffer Brothers.
Yeah, all these fans were putting forward theories and stuff like that, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you guys would write better the Duffer Brothers." And you go I'm sure that was said in jest,
yes,
but you're also yeah, they can.
Oh,
did you see where Millie was like, "Oh, I went to the Duffer Brothers because I wasn't happy with Elle's ending."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that annoyed me as well.
Right. Yes. Rant.
Season 4 spends the entire season struggling to say "I love you" to Elle, right? And
and then doesn't say it at all until the end.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Just really hacked me
one
off.
thing I'm just saying, one thing from season 4 they did get right was there's no sign of Argyle. He has vanished and no one seems to mention him ever again.
Oh, who was
I
Argyle?
am so glad for that. Yes.
Okay, so it was better that they brought back.
Oh yes, of course. I keep
Sergeant
forgetting about
Pizza or
her.
whatever it was.
Yeah. I remember now. Yeah, he's that forgettable.
But I was disappointed that
No.
That's oh, you're talking migraine and headache. What would you rather between the two?
Because as soon as they
Heather, that reaction.
To be fair, once. Oh, sorry.
So I was going to offer Heather my soapbox for that reaction there.
You've got an opinion, Rick? This is unheard of. So, Heather,
first.
Talk about Callie or rant about Callie.
The story was done. The season 2, she was done. They went off. Whatever. Why bring her back? Why? So just for that one scene where she saves everyone because Ella's like, "Oh, I'm going to go," and she casts her little. No, that really, really annoyed me. She was so annoying, and I was like, the whole time I was like, if she's not evil, there's no point. And she wasn't evil, and I was like, well, why?
She was just depressed.
As soon as they brought her back, it was obvious what was happening.
I just,
I mean,
that's all
that
she
annoyed
was
me.
there.
She was just there, and I'm like, why bring a character like that back and do nothing?
Yep.
That really annoyed me. Then it felt like Avengers, where you're bringing back everyone. But Avengers, they all had a point to the plan. Here, they didn't.
And they basically just brought her back to abuse her. And for me, with her being kind of the only character who wasn't white besides Lucas, the main characters, that really didn't sit well with me, and I got really angry actually about that.
Yeah.
Very good point.
I mean, I wouldn't mind it if, I mean, I like well, I suppose like is a very loose term, but the whole idea that, Callie is willing to sacrifice herself and 11, because they believe they're in a cycle, which is fair. I actually understand that. If you don't want a cycle to continue, you break it if you feel that you're of the cause. And obviously that brings about the predictability. Okay, they're going to off themselves. But at the same time, you see that moment where you realize Callie actually saved 11. But it would have been kind of nice if both of them had survived and just left together to do their own thing. And then
what's her name?
That.
Oh my God, I can't believe
they're as far
the final. Yes, thank you. Yes, yeah, that would be nice actually.
Which one?
But yeah.
Oh, are you thinking Legend of Korra? Yeah. Yeah. Because it's well deserved, and that's their story ended. And as far as anyone else is concerned, they're no longer alive. Military can't chase them anymore, and all their allies and friends and Mike and such can't
Speaking of
reveal
which,
their location because
do
they
we
don't know
believe
whether or
Mike
not if
at the
they're
end, at the
still
very end
alive.
there? Do we
Or as
believe
far as
him,
they're concerned,
or was
they're
this just
lost
his
in the
delusion?
no longer upside down. But yeah, there's a.
Yeah.
I think the intent. I think the intention is to offer the hope, but also, if you're a logical
Really?
person,
Well, that
you
was
can
gonna
choose
be
either
the big
ending.
thing
I
that
think
you
it's
hated.
up to the
It's,
person. I actually liked that the way they did that. So for all my
Okay.
No. I actually really liked the way the ambiguity. That was one bit of really good writing. Actually, it was the ambiguity, the way that it was presented. I actually thought that was actually well done because it didn't give the cop out Hollywood ending, but also gave you the possibility that it could have happened.
Yeah.
Which I thought
Was
was
that-
quite nice. I choose to believe that she stayed in the upside down and
Yeah.
she sacrificed herself, right?
Yeah.
But there is that possibility, which I thought was quite nice, actually.
I'm a little bit more cynical. I think it's the writers just wanted to say we killed a character, but we kind of didn't. And it's just like we don't want to upset anyone, so we're playing it. They're having their cake and eating it a little bit.
But
That's
I
what it came
don't
across
think
as
it
to
could
me.
have ended any other way.
Yeah.
Like, because if Elle came back, survived, then you've still got the military is after her constantly and da-da-da. I don't think it could have ended
Actually,
other one
who
fatigue.
among us was
Yeah.
absolutely
I mean, the military just
my
gave up.
difference is there weren't
Who was
enough deaths.
absolutely
Like,
convinced
there
that
weren't-
Dave and Dustin
like-
we're gonna fight it together? Who?
Like
Yeah. Yeah,
Jonathan
I was
should have
like,
died.
I mean,
He should have
I
died.
hated the idea. I didn't want it to happen, but I was so sure they had set that up to happen. I was convinced.
I thought they were too popular.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
yes.
I thought they were setting up for Hopper to sacrifice himself to save Elle.
I was thinking
Yeah.
that
And he
as
should
well.
have, because he does nothing for the.
Because for the entire series,
I know.
he's constantly sacrificing himself, and he's like, I've never get
Dear.
to actually do it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
And then what's
That's
his
alright.
main sacrifice is shooting Elle 3 times.
Or thinking that he shot it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Again,
Did anybody
mean-
pick up? Did you pick up? They focused on that suicide vest for so long, and nothing
yeah.
happens with it. I'm like, what?
It's
Yeah.
there. So it's in the upside down
Mm.
now. I mean, well, it's gone
Yeah.
now, presumably exploded. But it was there.
Okay,
it was a prop. It might have been sausages.
But
One
somehow
little
it survived.
question. Sorry.
a vessel of
Somehow.
kielbasa.
I counted 2. Did I miss a waterfall?
That'll be the spin-off.
What the hell?
Yes.
There was supposed to be 3 waterfalls. I wanted 3 waterfalls. So what was up with that?
Yes.
Two.
I was like,
I
3
counted 2.
waterfalls, and then I was like, oh, 2.
Yeah.
They didn't have a budget for
Oh,
3.
and was that in New Zealand, by the way? Do we think that
The
was in
third
New Zealand?
the
that
third
last scene?
waterfall were our tears.
It was.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's symbolic.
Yeah,
Do you know-
I wanted a 3rd waterfall. I don't know why they did.
I
I was
was
Iceland,
annoyed.
apparently.
I was
Iceland.
annoyed.
Iceland. Yeah, they filmed in Iceland quite a lot. Yeah.
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 I think
Although
a
my-
lot of the other.
So
They
Actually,
military-
started coming up.
Did
Yeah.
So-
I
Did
should
anyone
start
else like
working
get
up
to the end of
over
the
the-
end of the Vecna fight and go like they check the
that
time?
it?
There's
Yes.
an hour.
What now?
There's still an
Yep.
hour to go.
Yes.
No.
Is anyone else in the chat familiar with Botchamania? It's a YouTube series wrestling thing. It's one of the things with it is it has so many endings at the end of every episode. And all I could think when I was watching the end of Stranger Things, the last 45 minutes or so was this is worse than Botchamania. There's 17
Yeah,
different
yeah.
endings here.
Or Return of
Yeah.
the Kings. Return of the Kings is known for how many endings it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
literally you
appreciated
could
it,
do
though.
Will's wrap up with you do it with the story and flashbacks again, show, don't tell. And have Will
Mhm.
narrating it and cutting away to the different bits as part of the story. You know, he's telling the story about how the
Yeah.
Paladin and the Maiden get their date, and you cut to Hopper and Joyce finally in Enzo's, and so on. But instead, we have to
Yeah.
see everything in excruciating detail again.
Would
There's-
Hopper not actually
Nancy.
be in
How
jail
did
for a
Nancy
very long
off?
time?
Yeah, because he
Why?
faked his
my
death.
God.
He only shot
She
like
is a
200
cold-blooded
soldiers or
killer.
something.
Only 2.
Oh,
Nan-
Nancy. Yeah, I mean,
Nan-
Nancy.
Yeah.
Nancy would be confined to like solitary. She would just.
I felt bad
I'm
for
just
the
a
actors
journalist.
speaking of Nancy,
Mild mannered
I just
journalist.
felt bad for the
Sacrifice
actors, like
herself.
kind of aging out of because of the
Right, Nancy was
pandemic
badass,
disruption
though.
and the whole thing
She
taking
should
so
have had
long.
a
Because
face-off.
Nancy and the actors who play Nancy and Jonathan did not look the age that the characters were supposed to be. They simply didn't.
Mm-hmm.
By the
Yeah.
end, there they just looked 30. They are 30 and they look 30. You know, that took me out of it a bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
You get inured to it.
I mean,
On
to be
the
fair,
other hand, though, where they
I grew,
had the characters,
I grew
like
up with
the
Beverly Hills
like it's like
90210, so
rewatching
I'm
Teen
used to
Empire, when they had the
teenagers looking
characters that are high
30.
school
Yeah.
kids, but they look like they're like 25. But that really was a thing. Like the guys did look older in high school then than they do now, and I don't know why that is, but they really did. They had beards and mustaches and things, and smoked, and maybe it's the smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm
I'm
older.
the same age as Winona
I'm
Ryder.
older than
like,
Frasier, like Kelsey Grammer
almost
was
exact
in
same
Cheers.
age as Winona Ryder.
Wow.
Just kind of freaky. So
That's great.
Wow.
I saw a TikTok the other day that freaked me out. It was like I am older than Kevin McAllister's mum.
yeah, it's
And
I
that
find it
did not
so
sit right
weird
with
to
me
be like
in any way.
when I'm watching
But I was
it,
also
actually, like
damn,
when I'm,
okay.
oh my god,
Mhm.
I lost my tab here. When I'm because I was trying to look up
Yeah.
Kevin
But
McAllister's
I-
mom's age. You can still see me, right? When I was being diagnostic of getting old. Anyway, when I watch the whole of Stranger Things, I'm having this weird
Yes.
double, triple experience because I'm the same age as Winona Ryder, and I've grown up watching her career grow up on screen and being like the same age as me. Obviously, she gets more plastic surgery since I get none, and she obviously gets a lot. But you know, so I've grown up watching Winona Ryder, and she's
Yeah.
the same age as me. But then the character, her kid, her younger kid in the show is a year younger than me. I thought they were the same, but maybe their graduation got delayed by the events in the plot. But at any rate, so that they're like the same age that I was then, and Winona Ryder's like the same age that I am now. And then with all the 80s stuff going on, like super screen accurate, it just kind of it messes with my head, and it goes like straight in. It bypasses all of the like pacing and plot holes and stuff that you guys have been actually pointing out. And I'm going, oh, yeah, actually, no. For me, it's more like an immersive experience of my youth and reflecting on aging and motherhood and all this stuff, like and pop culture. And whoa, it's really it hits me like no other show because of that. All of that exact stuff. It's just the strangest experience. It's stranger things. Anyway, sorry. Yes, a very strange thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Strangest thing.
Yeah.
Bizarre, isn't it?
Can I go back to that final fight?
Of course.
Because I got to that. Vecna's impaled, and I was like, oh, is that it? All that
Yep,
for
that was it.
that.
Yep.
Yes.
Where are all the Demogorgons?
I like to think they were sat in an office somewhere going, screw that guy.
Would
Well,
you
you
imagine
know-
or imagine them like the Demogorgons in the office as like receptionists with like very long painted nails and like the giant
Yeah.
earrings?
No, I'm now picturing unionizing against Vecna now. Just like, listen. We have not been getting hazard pay, and quite a lot of. Did you see Steve? Clive? Did you see Clive? He got
Yes.
snapped in half by Will, right? Like literally,
Yeah.
every bone broken. We should be getting private healthcare, and we should be getting some hazard pay here. But Vecna's not paying
Yeah.
up, so we're on strike. We're on strike.
And-
Wait, what was that? Wait, what? He's been decapitated. Oh,
Yeah.
well, anyone
Well, that-
hiring?
And then it'd just be, what do we do now?
Just
Everyone-
make
It's
that
like,
same
try
face.
I was gonna say try to take over the world.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's the
No,
world?
make that same face that we do all the time. They don't have much range.
No, I wanted to.
Don't make it a drinking game.
It
There
just
were 8
felt
times in the
too
opening
easy.
scene.
Yeah, it did feel too easy, and like I said, we were comparing. Like I see Avengers Endgame. Like there's that
Mhm.
battle. There's multiple people. You
Mhm.
know where everyone is, and the geography makes sense. And this has been brought up as well. when Nancy says, go to the top of those hills.
How did they get there so fast?
And then they're there in 20 seconds. It's like...
They played Kate Bush, and they were just...
And they were just
Channeling
shouting,
Max.
Max, how you do it? You do this next time.
Yes.
Also,
yes!
like, I'm so angry that I didn't get to see Elle
Actually,
be like
yeah.
Legolas in The Hobbit jumping up the,
Yes.
you know,
I
like,
wanted
Did they just run out of money?
I wanted to see full Mario. That's what I wanted to see. Like, I wanted the sound and everything. I went bang,
Sorry, Graham.
but nope, didn't get that. Just
No.
I'm here
Speaking
now.
of sounds, speaking of sounds, did anyone notice? Maybe notice
Graham,
they used the Back to the Future sting a
Sorry,
couple of
Graham.
times,
I
Yes.
noticed that, yes.
and the final piano part. That just the kind of hype. I can't even do it, but it's just that kind of little scene change. Doodle-doo, Back to the Future one.
Oh, yeah.
I heard it a couple of times, but the final piano part as
I'm gonna
well,
have
which
to go
is
back
one of the
and
Stranger
look
Things
at
score things.
Hmm.
It's like a slower piano version of Acceptable in the 80s. The Calvin Harris song.
I'm gonna have to go
Yeah,
back
we'll
to
have
that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's
I
almost
know-
note for note. I looked into it.
I know one of the major scores that the Duffer Brothers tend to use specifically for Vecna. They didn't use it as much in season 5 as they did in season 4, but they used the scores of Koyanos Katsi by Philip Glass quite a lot, specifically to refer to Vecna through the score, The Prophecy. That was done really
Okay.
well. It provides that spookiness, and it was only used
All
once
right.
in season 5 a couple of times. And Philip Glass he's good. You know, old
Just,
school.
I was wanting to bring up a gripe I've had is Hopper over the seasons, how his character just veers from one thing. So season 1, jaded, cynical, and through his experience with Joyce, he gains purpose in life. Season 2 becomes a dad. Suddenly in season 3, he's a violent, unhinged psychopath who's shouting all the time. Then he's in the prison, and then in this one, he's again like Callie. He's just there sometimes.
Just spot the people who have not been dads.
Yes. so are you gonna slaughter a military base tomorrow, then, Rick?
Oh, if my kid pushes me the wrong way.
No, but it's just his characters seem to veer from one thing to the other over the season. So that I thought the first 2 establish a nice arc, and then season 3 disrupted it, and then in this one he's just murdering folk left, right, and centre.
Mm.
So you don't blow up a whole helicopter at one point as well.
No,
That
that
was
was
Murray.
Murray.
Oh, that's Murray
All right.
to save him.
Yeah. I mean, that was kind of a cool moment. You know, it's just kind of neat to see that someone who didn't really have military background, excluding
Yeah.
Nancy, but someone that really you wouldn't really expect to do something like that. And here comes along Murray. He's going, okay, fine. Takes up the C4 and just hurls it at the helicopter.
I am surprised that David Harbour didn't get like confused by what he was in and didn't go all like Red Guardian by the end of it, because it was so close. Like the
Yeah.
character, it was just just felt the humor.
Mhm.
Go say this is another improvement. See Murray and Hopper at the ends with a bomb. They should have had the bomb fail, and then it becomes a dead man switch, and they have to have the argument over who's going to. That would have been some nice
That would've-
tension, but
yeah.
Not
Hopper
enough
would have won
deaths.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Hopper would have won that argument without a doubt.
Well,
You-
no, I think that would have been
Actually-
really cool to see Hopper not win that argument. To
Yeah,
be like,
Murray win
you
it.
have a reason to see, like, you have a reason to live. You have Elle, and then for Elle to sacrifice herself, he would be broken. It'd be brilliant. No,
I like my tea like I like my characters broken.
yeah, but I think it would have been like, and then like, but then actually, then you would have seen him healing with Joyce. Would have been like
Yeah.
the next
Definitely.
stage of it.
It would
And I
have
think
built up
that-
more.
Yeah, it would again missed opportunities.
Yeah.
It feels like the
Yes.
Duffer Brothers could have gone, we'll let everybody live. We'll kill 1 or 2 characters, or we'll annoy everybody and kill everything. So they just went down middle of the road.
Well, they were trying to please everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah.
the problem. I think they were trying to make every person happy, which is,
You're never going to do.
it's like the Labour Party. Like you're just not going to make.
They're like a more ethical J.K. Rowling.
See, Rick,
Clip that.
when we were discussing our moments of 2025 in the back chat, and I said what's the worst? And I just said a lot of things that Kieran says, especially his humor at times. It's just so. I think where are we? We're at we're over an hour. So I'll go out around everyone for final thoughts again in the same order. Kieran, final thoughts
on
on
season 5 as a whole.
Yeah. And then
So
Stranger Things as a whole. So
Stranger
start with
Things
season 5 and then go to
yeah.
Stranger Things as a whole.
So yeah, it was I think best summed up. I think many people will either agree with this or say this word for word. There was a lot of good points about Stranger Things season 5. A lot of good moments. But when you obviously when you watch it as a whole, you finish it without thinking about it. Like, oh yeah, that was good. That was really good. I enjoyed that. And then you start thinking about it. You start analyzing it, and it goes, yeah, that scene didn't work. That scene didn't work. That dragged on for way too long. Max, what the fuck are you doing? And a lot of anticlimax. But despite that, even though I may not necessarily watch it again, I still enjoyed season 5. There's obviously a lot of things that they could have done better. Yeah, I mean, I did get my thrills out of it. I did get enjoyment out of it. I didn't really need tissues at all. The closest I would argue I came to having like wash your eyes was just that moment between Hopper and Mike in the epilogue.
And the epilogue,
because they're bonding over someone that they've both lost, and you could argue that that's the potential for Hopper to become this sort of surrogate father figure for Mike as well. But yeah, I think that's my sort of opinions on season 5.
Graham.
Season 5, I think, can be summed up in 2 words for me: missed opportunities.
Okay.
I totally agree with what Kieran said. It's when you look at it as a whole, it's entertaining, it does the job, but it doesn't stand up to it. And it came across as feeling like a Peter Kay routine a lot of times. So much of it was, right, do you remember that, eh? Weren't that great, huh? What's up with that? And then there's no substance to it other than nostalgia. And
garlic bread.
Yeah. But again, in the moment, it's enjoyable, it's entertaining. As we said before, the music in it is superbly placed. There's very few shows that do it as well. But I think overall, what made Stranger Things work in the earlier seasons was the characters and how they worked together and how they were growing up as you were watching it. You were watching their human stories, basically. When you got to the finale, or even just the final season, Dustin's went from a kid who's interested in science to practically an astrophysicist while still being in high school.
The Dr. Scientist trope, isn't it?
Yeah. It's to go to the Buffy show. The way that Willow was presented was, yes, she knows computers, therefore she knows everything about computers and she's hacking everything. And no, just they're kids with an interest. That's what it was. They did so many things really well, but there was too much style and not enough substance at times in that final season for me. And that's why, for me, it didn't stick the land.
Okay. And, Heather, so season 5 and then the whole series, sorry.
Season 5, I still like season 5. I think it just did what it did, and when it did it well. And I think my love of it, because Joyce gets her redemption after being put through hell with her kids, she gets to kill him. And I think she was the only person who deserved to kill him, really.
Yep, agreed.
I still loved it. It had its moments where you're a bit like, and it's still one of my favorite shows. I've got from what came out when I was 18. I'm now 27. Like, I've gone through my early 20s with it, and it'll be something that I will always go back to and love.
My 2-word summing up, kind of drawing on what everyone else has said so far. I know you guys have ruined it for me. No, you haven't really. You really haven't. You made me think more critically about it for sure.
You've just been watching your enthusiasm and brain as we've been talking.
Things. Just the absolute best show that wasn't made in the 80s. The absolute friggin' best trip down memory lane that I've ever seen or would ever hope to have, and I'll definitely be going back to it every few years and rewatching. So there you go.
Yep.
cracks his knuckles.
Rick, you're up.
Oh,
Take the
right.
floor.
Okay. Here we
Opinions.
go. No,
Check it to death.
time to really stick it to it. Okay. No. Season 5. I think Graham said it best. It was a missed opportunity. I think, as I say, I when I finished watching it, I was like, there were so many cool moments, but so little substance at the end of it. And I think, I said it, I think I said it a bit earlier on. It's like I think the biggest flaw really is that they tried to please everybody,
Yeah.
and they tried to make everybody happy, and they tried to fulfill every fan's wants. And the problem was it then didn't take any creative risks, which is what I feel like it did in earlier seasons.
Yeah.
Like I felt like it really
Yeah.
did that in early
Yeah.
seasons, and that's what really drove people to continue watching it, because you didn't know what was going to happen next. And I think this one just they played it way too safe. It was.
Yeah.
And I have issues with the writing. I have issues with the cinematography as well. Like I remember the early seasons were so dark and so
They
Yeah.
look
rainy.
so much better.
This one looks like it's too bright. It's way too bright all the way through it, and even the Upside Down loses that murkiness that it used to
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
in season 1. So I think it felt like it was. Maybe it's not the Duffer Brothers problem. Maybe it's more of a producer's problem, where Netflix were like, "You have to deliver this," and
Yeah.
kind of like where Game of Thrones fell down. It's not had the same drop off that Game of Thrones had. Game of Thrones last season compared to this is much better because there were parts that I very much enjoyed, and I probably
really
will
is.
go back and watch it. Like that's the thing, and that's the thing. Like as a whole series, now Emily says it best. This is the best representation of the 80s I've seen in any media. Like that wasn't actually made in the 80s.
Yes.
Like they nailed the look of it. Like I was born in 1982, and like I was at that tail end. Like a lot of my memories come from sort of like the mid 80s onwards, where you were still having to say the TVs wrapped in wood, the wood paneling everywhere. Everything was
The
brown.
bikes.
It was like
Absolutely.
I
the bikes.
remember all
Oh
of
my
that.
God.
The phones being on a
It's
cord,
exactly-
all of that. Like the
Exactly like that.
meeting my
Yeah,
friends up
yeah,
at the
yeah.
park on the bikes and stuff like that. That was all stuff I remember. And the bikes, always the
Kids on
bikes,
bikes.
always kids on bike, and just leaving them them anywhere, and then coming back, and they were always back there. That was what I loved. It wasn't all, and even like the mall, when they introduced the mall, yeah, that was neon, but that was the point. It was like only that was neon.
Yep.
Actual life itself was this, and that's what I loved so much about Stranger Things, is that through all the sci-fi-ness, the horror, all of that, it was actually just about these kids and like what they growing up in the 80s, and I loved that. And I don't think it's a show that it's not like Game of Thrones where like I just can't bring myself to watch it again because I know how it ends. This is a show that I will watch again, knowing how it ends. I will still watch it again because the journey is worth it.
Yeah.
So
I'm just echoing everyone else and just saying the one thing that the glue that held this was the original group of kids, those actors and their chemistry, and then the friendships they added onto it. If it wasn't for that, this would have fallen apart a lot quicker. Like we've been, and the Dustin and Steve friendship, was that season 2 that came in? Holy crap, that was just the most genius decision in the history of writing to stick those, and it was so sweet and so fantastic. I'll probably go back to this a few times.
Yeah, I think.
Sorry, carry on, Kieran.
I think the one thing that sticks in my mind in regards to the Dustin and Steve thing is when they see each other in Scoops Ahoy, and they do that.
Yeah. So
positives to come from it as well. Just before we wrap up, positive to come from it. Have you seen that there's been a huge surge in people listening to Prince on Spotify?
Yes.
Which as a huge mark for Prince, I'm delighted about.
And I've got to say, that's incredible. They got the Prince estate to actually give, because they are notoriously stingy about copyright, because famously, did they not take down somebody? They had a party of their kids. It was a video of their kid's birthday party.
Yeah.
There was a Prince song in the background, and they went after them for copyright infringement because of that. So that's how bad the Prince
was still alive, though.
Yeah.
Because
he was
while Prince was still
notorious
alive,
about for
it was very, very difficult to see his stuff on YouTube or anything.
Yeah.
And it was very patchy on streaming services, but it was 10 years ago just now, actually. When he died, that opened all that up. But just, more people being introduced to Prince, more people being introduced to Kate Bush. All these things are brilliant.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
So as we're wrapping up, I can see Heather, Kieran, and Graham knowing what's coming next.
What?
Right, yes. Rick
Hang on.
and Emily, you're probably not going to...
You know what's
You're not
coming,
going
Heather.
to...
No.
I'm going to say a phrase, Emily and Rick. This will
I'm not
bring
here.
some PTSD. You know I like writing quizzes.
God.
Is
If
your
I would chip
connection
in,
too up as well?
if I want to chip in
So-
very quickly, Callum, I'd like to chip in very quickly.
And
reference to quizzes, you're lucky Howard isn't here. You need to hand out
We
medals.
didn't have any millennials that we could
If
call
this
for a
is-
lifeline or Gen.
God, if this is a Stranger Things quiz, I'm going to... No.
Yes, it
So-
is.
so-
Yes.
I mean,
My
be fair,
team
I-
only won one year because Rick's team gave us the win.
No.
See,
Should we treat it as an
That's it.
unlikely?
there you go, Rick. Des never gave anyone the win when he won the quiz. So you've got that over
So,
him. This
Rick is
ongoing
humble.
debate who's...
He gives.
Yes. So, Des, you've got up
Should
your
I stay
game
or
here.
should I
Right.
go?
So here we go. The Stranger Things trivia. So,
That's
in
easy
season
enough.
1, what song is playing on Will's stereo when Joyce first sees the lights respond
Okay,
to her?
just
Should I
remember
stay or
you
should I
said
go?
that.
Should
in
I stay or
our
should I
Yeah,
go?
yeah.
Gosh.
There
Are
we
you
go.
gonna stay or should I just
See,
go?
See, I can be nice with my questions. It's
Mhm.
possible.
That's the only nice
Flawed
one,
isn't
isn't
a
it?
false sense of security.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
This is like Henry taking the kids in.
You've not heard. Myself and Graham are making plans for the quiz already. It's going to be quite entertaining. Right, anyway. Number 2.
Well, you'll be
Nice
involved. don't worry.
questions have gone
Yeah,
now.
actually.
What
Justice for
is
Susie.
the full model name of the radio transceiver Dustin uses to contact Susie in season 3?
Also, what happened to Susie?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Her never-ending
Answer that
story
question with
ended.
another question.
Any guesses at all?
The Radio
And
Shack.
I just want you to know that Radio
MT10.
Shack is a real store. It was a real store. A real thing. Very real.
I have a preference
Radio
for
McRadio face?
Mhm,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
cool.
All right.
It is.
So
It was also
yeah,
Tandy in the UK.
I'll also accept the nickname. The nickname he gives the radio as well. I'll accept that.
Bob.
No, it's Cerebro.
Yeah, yeah.
remember
Oh,
that.
yes.
Is that like the
All
high
right,
school
so
in
number-
Paris, but bro? Local
Number
joke there.
3. Is that number 3? What specific D&D creature does Will draw on the back of his Castle Byers fort in season 1?
Ooh. Right. Is it a type of monster?
A D&D creature. That's all I'm telling you. I'm being
Okay.
as kind as I am. with
I
my-
hate
you're
all
gonna-
torpedo.
You're
Is it
going
a
to 20
Minotaur?
questions this.
Yes.
Does it have 3 legs or 4?
Does it have wings?
Is it a jackal?
many
Is it
eyes does it have?
a jackal?
It's a jackal. It's a jackal. God.
Animal, vegetable,
Atari.
mineral. Yeah.
I'm gonna say orc.
Wrong.
Minotaur.
I'll... Huh.
No, I'm not
Wrong.
going to.
Heather?
I won't distinguish myself.
Donald Trump.
Okay.
It wasn't the Demogorgon.
Emily, are you going to take a shot? I think you'll kick yourselves when...
I was going to say it,
I have
actually.
no idea.
Okay. Beware, Callum.
Well,
and his trick
it's
questions.
Demogorgon.
Of course.
It-
I was gonna say Demogorgon, but it's like it felt too obvious.
It's like
Uh-huh.
too obvious, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this one...
We're all part of the same hive mind. The obvious answer is there, but we're not gonna say it.
Yeah. So what is the Russian phrase Hopper decodes from the intercepted transmission in season 3?
You've got this, Callum.
Hopper.
Putin is a dick.
P-tape.
I meant chicken Kievs. Chicken Kievs.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah,
We
so...
have
Well,
we
there's
have the
something is
photos of
something
Trump.
in the east.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that.
Oh, it's not Hopper. So that's
No, it's
phrase
not.
called-
It's
Something in the east.
Robin.
It's yeah, it's
Arising?
Robin. Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah, I got that wrong. Sorry, Robin.
The silver cat. The silver
Yep.
cat.
Close enough.
Yep, you're almost
Something
there.
in the east. Rises?
Where okay,
Haven't
the
done
week
my
is
rewatch
long.
yet.
The silver cat feeds when
Silver-
blue meets
okay.
yellow in the east.
Fucking hell. I need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right for a cat. It's fussy and will
Alright.
only eat at certain times.
So
Yeah.
We've got a PhD
Well, it
here, so
wasn't
yeah, you should get
Sputnik.
this one. What
No
I
pressure.
forget the name of it.
what
Sorry.
real world Cold War program
didn't do my PhD
inspired
in poli
Dr.
sci.
Brenner's experiments?
My dad could probably answer
we
this one.
Yeah.
Oh,
MK
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah, you should know that.
I could probably ask my great uncle Bruce. He might help.
MK Ultra.
All right. Yep, there you go.
Well done.
Was it
This might
Galaga?
be
It
okay.
wasn't Galaga.
Number
it wasn't
6.
Asteroid?
What is the name of the
No.
arcade game Max beats
What was it?
Dustin and Lucas at, causing their obsession with their
Oh.
score?
Was it not? It wasn't Mortal Kombat.
Oh, wait, it was the one
No.
with the video clips in it.
was it
No, not
Donkey
Cal.
Kong?
Damn it.
No.
No, it looks like Tapper, but I can't
Oh.
remember what the name they
I
gave it
didn't
was.
spend enough time in arcades. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
For flip's sake. Okay. Of course it was.
That's
No,
gone.
he's gone.
It's Dig Dug.
I haven't yet. So
Oh,
can't pin that on me.
Of course it is.
Could you tell that we recently rewatched season 2, 3?
No.
So, no.
No, neither
Number
have I.
7. What is the chemical used by the Hawkins lab to sedate 11 in the sensory deprivation tank? What chemical
Ketamine.
do they use?
Propofol.
No, it's one that comes up quite a lot in
Haloperidol.
fantasy, I find. What's that?
Haloperidol, aka
No.
Haldol.
No.
Somebody is
You've heard-
yelling
you-
at the
you will have
screen
heard
watching
this
YouTube
mentioned
right
in
now, yelling
some of the
finger at
media
all of
we've
us, and we can't pick
Yep.
it up.
Pepto-Bismol.
Bill Cosby espresso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except when we're asked
Probably.
it.
It's sodium phenopentyl through serum, isn't it?
That was
Through
easy.
serum.
Sodium pentanol.
Hawkins
Yeah.
Herald.
Sodium
Was it the
Pentanol. Everyone
Hawkins
knows that.
Herald?
Yeah.
Yes. So, this is an easy one.
Was it not the Herald?
What's the name of the newspaper where Nancy and Jonathan work in season 3?
Not the Daily
Chronicle.
Beagle.
The Hawkins Tribune.
No. You're close, though.
It's the Hawkins something.
Speaking of which, we
The
actually still
Hawkins
have
Mail.
a
Hawkins
daily.
Times,
We have
the
a
Hawkins
newspaper
News,
here
the
in Nova
Hawkins-
Scotia called the
Tribune, the Hawkins.
No.
Isn't that great?
Hugo,
The Daily
the
Hawkins.
No.
The Daily
Daily
Hawkins.
Hawkins.
No.
The
No.
Hawkins Sun.
Yeah,
Justin Hawkins.
yeah. Just
Sorry.
the Hawkins.
Yeah. No. Hawkins 24. Hawkins. No, it's Hawkins Post.
Oh,
Surely we said that listing
that
everything there.
was going to be my next guess.
I was going to say Hawkins
Okay,
Daily
yeah.
Mail.
Town.
So, what D&D class does Eddie
All these
Munson play?
Demogorgons coming over here committing
Oh,
our
what does
murder.
Eddie play?
Is Eddie a bard?
So,
No.
yep, there you go. You got
Was
it.
he? I didn't
Yeah,
think
a
he was
bard.
bard.
Okay. Oh, this easy one to finish
Oh,
off. See,
lucky
I'm being
us.
nice. now.
Hellfire Lives.
What's the name of the song that plays during Max's escape from Vecna in season 4?
Oh, it's something to do with a hill.
Slowly
Is it
walking
running?
up that hill.
Yeah, I think it's more like a saunter.
And then, let's be honest, what
Slow moves. That's what it
Yes.
is.
A
A
right?
saunter,
Yes.
a saunter
Slow
followed by
dancing.
a stagger, 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 walk, 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 stagger, stagger, stagger.
The song.
It's the Lazy Song by Bruno Mars, isn't it?
And then just to add a wee bit more in.
Tiptoe
What
through
year
the
was it
entrails.
released in? What year was it released in?
80,
Oh,
80, 84.
No.
83, 81, 82, 83,
No.
84, 85.
Yay!
85.
84.7.
So you've now seen how Rick one managed to win the quiz that he didn't win.
Oh, Rick
Oh.
won.
Yes. Even though Hereward is still claiming that. Do you know he's...
I am all the quiz.
Yes.
Oh,
Do
your
you know
quiz
he's still
belonged to
wearing
me.
that medal? Rick, do you know he's still wearing that medal? We interviewed Howard Scott Warshaw, legendary Atari developer, and he had that medal on and showed it to Howard.
He had it
Is
on in
it-
the
oh,
Christmas special.
Because he said to her, they said, "Oh, I'm a therapist too," and he went, "Yeah, Howard, but look, oh my god."
he came up to me on New Year's Eve at work and in Lantern, and he
Oh.
goes, my New Year's resolution for next year is to win more quizzes. And I was like, not to be more humble. And he went, no.
Well, if it helps, I think he won another quiz last year.
Yeah, he won the Gateway Nerds one.
Yes, he did.
No, he won
He's a
two.
part of my team. I'll say that. It is my team.
Put
So
Des
does
and
that
me on
mean
the
he
same
won his-
team and see how he feels.
Okay, yeah.
Is this what will finally
Maybe,
bring
alright.
you and Des together? We must.
Since we've got a good
Hereward must be
generational
stopped no
split,
matter the
so
cost.
that could work in our
Hey,
favor.
Should we just
What?
do a hosts team?
Oh, yeah, that would actually be quite
Oh.
good.
I think
Question
so,
is,
yes, boy.
how many people are on the host team? Because
Just had to put the word Atari
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
We have Atari,
Well-
Atari Gen X's, Nintendo
Atari.
Gen X's, Millennials.
Atari.
Obviously.
Atari.
Yep.
I just wanted to throw that in.
Yes. I will buy someone the bottle
Hence
or
Mark.
drink of their choice if they just answer everything Atari in the quiz next year.
That's
I
me.
will
I
hit them halfway.
have a preference for spiced rum, specifically Kraken or mead.
Okay. Well, that's all you got to do is deliberately sabotage your quiz entry.
I'll be a
Alright,
cheap
done.
date.
But
Cal,
then
I'll
Hereward
have a
wins.
Pepsi Max.
But Hereward wins if you do that. So
Callum, I think
Yeah.
you should have.
It's fine.
are you willing to make that sacrifice? Letting Hereward win
Absolutely.
again.
I will enjoy that bottle of Lagavulin.
Yep. Give me that mead.
So no, what
Can
happened
we have
there?
Cali to undo it?
So I
Let
think
me just look up most expensive whiskey available.
so, Rick. The explanation behind the old Atari thing was Riverside generated a clip of the
Yeah.
best of our year. And it said the most said word was Atari, and then it presented a clip of me, Hereward, and Howard Scott Warshaw saying the word Atari over and over again. And so now, like when Hereward puts anything on his Facebook profile, you just see us commenting Atari all the time.
Brilliant.
I think you should let
Yes.
Graham and
If
myself
any of you
show
guys
off our shirt,
watching this just now, if you approve of
because
this
we didn't do
podcast,
that when the podcast
Atari.
started. So
Yes. Just spam
yeah,
Atari in the
but
comments,
yours
please.
shows how the two are related, right? So if you gotta stand up slightly. Okay.
yeah.
So
Yes,
Yes.
go
so
ahead.
yours is the
Because yours is so much
yes,
the
better than mine.
merchandising. Yours is the
Explain your
merch
shirt,
for Stranger
Emily.
Things Hellfire Club, and so I'm wearing one of the things that was an inspiration for the Hellfire Club shirts, which is mine's
Stand
actually
up for the crowd.
1987, but
My
even in
age with us
87,
back.
this was a throwback to their 1982 Broadsword and the Beast tour T-shirt of Jethro Tull, of course. And I was not. What's that? Oh, turn around! Right, mic drop. Autographed by
Do the best bit,
But-
Emily.
Ian Anderson,
Do the
Dave
best bit
Pegg,
now.
and the other guy.
Drop the mic
Some
now.
other guy.
Turn
Yeah.
around,
How
mic drop.
good it is. You got your mic drop moment.
Anyway,
Yeah, see.
The other guy.
saying this,
I'm
I'll
sure
do
when he
Yeah,
finds
no,
this
so this was
podcast, he'll be happy
87, but it was
He's
based
even
on the
signed
it.
1982
He's
even
t-shirt,
signed
so
it,
they
the
were
other
they
guy.
were calling back to it.
Yes.
This was from the Crest of an Ave tour in 1987, but it is still 80s.
Yes. Hello.
So-
Yes.
Yes, there you go. And my high school had its own actual Satanic Panic D&D thing with somebody who actually did kill two people, a student who was in the year above mine who actually did murder
Okay.
two other students in his year. And he was a D&D player, and they tried to pin it on that. So anyway, I'll tell you more about that some other time. Oh my gosh.
I'm going to tell you this.
He was a D&D player. Anyway, I'll tell you more.
I've got a satanic panic story on myself. I got severely remanded by my local youth club for what I said. They brought in this evangelical minister to warn us about the evils of Satanism. And then he started going, I knew this boy. He listened to Iron Maiden and he killed himself. Without thinking, I said the words, well, their new stuff's not that
Well
great, but come on.
done. Well done. And here you are today.
Brilliant.
Oh, now it makes sense.
Yes, I'm such a happy, well-adjusted. I've channeled all that, into my quizzes now. That's my outlet for all that awful stuff in me. As you all know, I make out people suffer through. Yeah, well,
You created a monster. We're
what
just gonna
better
call
way
you
else people suffer
Frankenstein
through my
now.
quiz questions.
Yeah,
so,
Robin actually did say that. That was
And make
quite
other people
good.
suffer even more through Herod winning
Robin
them.
saying it's Frankenstein.
Yes, I've unleashed,
Good
I've
Robin.
unwittingly
You've
created
unleashed
our
the
own.
beast. Yeah.
Yeah, the old. Yeah, I've created.
Although my irritation is if Frankenstein was a German, if it's an actual German name, the letters EI would be swapped round. IE produces the E sound. EI produces I sound. Ich kann sprechen Deutsch, bisschen Deutsch. So, aber es ist nicht perfekt. That's my
Thank
sort of
you.
linguistical irritation. But then again, I understand because as people migrate, languages are mispronounced, and that just becomes the norm.
You've mentioned linguistics. There's a bat signal going off for Found as we speak now. He's going to be rushing here to connect everyone.
Yay.
All right, everyone. Thank you, whole team, for coming along. This has been a blast, and especially big thanks to Rick for finally coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you. It's lovely to
He
be here.
is. It's always great to have you, Rick. And will you come back in the future?
Yes.
Just don't do the quiz again. No. Of course.
Yes. Because
We got Starfleet Academy coming up.
Oh, yes.
Nice. Yes.
And it's
Nice.
been mentioned, somebody mentioned us doing an IT crowd retrospective at some point,
I need to get back into the ID crowd. I've not seen that in a while.
which Heather hasn't watched. And I'm saying, if you watch that, Heather, I'll watch all of Supernatural.
Well, you're
which
going to
is-
watch all the Supernatural anyway, because Supernatural's
Yes.
brilliant.
Because you have
Yes.
to write a quiz about Supernatural.
So, yeah.
There
we've got
was, and I
loads-
got them all right.
Yes.
I know.
So, with that, everyone, Rick, as you're the guest, where can people find you if they've enjoyed your opinions and your opinionating tonight?
Well, I hope
El
they don't
Salvador.
find me in my house. That's the stay away from that. That'd be weird. But
Just knock on the window, going, "Hello."
I'm on like social media. Just like search for my name. And so Rick Carranza. Good luck spelling it.
You're doing actual quiz winner as well, too. I know you
There
have
we
one.
go. Thank you. So I've got I've got
Take
a
that
YouTube
from
channel.
me, thanks.
I've got a YouTube channel, so go check that out where I talk a lot of Star Trek stuff. And you can find me on most social media. So I am still on Facebook for some reason.
Blue
I'm
sky.
on like Instagram. I'm on TikTok because I'm trying to recapture my youth. And I'm not on X. That can go burn in hell.
Yes.
But you can
Yes.
find me on Threads and Blue Sky instead.
Blue Sky's
Also
right.
with my name. Yeah, cool.
Okay. And, well, there is one last question we always ask, but you've already answered this question twice, Rick, is would you consider and visit the Hebrides? So you're such a good one. You've already done it before we...
I mean,
I'm sure
I
we'll
feel,
see you again.
I feel like it's Stockholm syndrome, but I love it
Yes.
so much.
Yeah.
I also appreciate the last time I came up, there was this one building that was covered in pride flags and upside down American flags with
Mhm.
"Shame on you, Donald." And I was like, well done. I appreciate you. So I'm
Yes.
coming back just to see that place again.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Empty
that's-
House Traders,
Yeah.
Peter and Sarah, who
Yes.
are absolute superstars, and
Yeah.
we wish them the very best.
Yes, we do. So with that, everyone, enjoy the rest of your evening and look forward to a good year. And we've got lots of good stuff coming, so stay tuned. Good night, everyone. Bye.
Bye.